But if we could take I think what will seem a fairly hard right turn here into a different topic, but it's all related because obviously these things are connected. But if we could shift to cybersecurity and awareness, and I think drafting off what you were saying with AI, that's part of the equation now. And I know you're doing a ton of work in this area, and so if you could just skip a stone there, and then we can dive into a couple of the bits. What you're doing with Better Business Bureau and other initiatives you're part of.
Yeah, we're doing with several things in there. I mean, obviously, as the Better Business Bureau, we're also seen as like a consumer protection agency. And so we have a lot of things that we do around education and awareness for a business as well as for consumers. So on the business side of the house, this is really plugged into our 8 standards of trust, i.e., the standard of safeguard, privacy, and really making sure that as you're taking on information from consumers, that you're protecting their data. And so that's kind of embedded in the very nature of what B2B stands for and what it means to be a good business. So one, you're not selling it. Two, you're making sure that people can't get to it. And there's a lot of education we have to do. I mean, I still talk to small businesses, and small businesses will say, well, Jonathan, I don't have any money. They're welcome to my bank account. There's nothing in there. And I don't have anything that they want. And
Yep.
I'll say, excuse me, they have a lot of things that you want. And they'll say, what are you talking about? Like, do you take credit card information from your customers? Well, yeah. Well, that's valuable information, and cyber criminals, they want that. And then I tell them that about 70% of these cyber attacks are with small businesses because they don't have the proper channels. They're not using the right kind of technology. They don't have policies, and they're very surprised and kind of shocked. So they usually think that it just means I'm going to go and have my bank account drained. That could happen too, but it really has to do with you got to safeguard your data. You got to safeguard the data of your customers, because if you have a breach, one, that's bad. It'll put you out of business. But two, you're going to have a lot of upset people coming after you because you didn't protect their credit card information or something like that. So we're having conversations and education about that. We're also telling consumers about the different ways and the different scams that are out there. We have a recent partnership that we formed in Southern Colorado with a lot of financial institutions around fraud. Fraud is at an all-time high in these banking institutions, and it's just some of the stories that I've heard and the things that I'm learning will just kind of blow you away.